All right, in this video, I will be making a response to a question I received 2 days ago by a fellow subscriber. But this person would like to remain anonymous, so I won't mention his name in this video. So as usual, I'm going to read his question and then I'm going to respond. So his question is regarding learning scripts. So I am currently wanting to learn Russian, but I'm discouraged by just the thought of having to learn a new alphabet. How did you get over this fact? Just by learning them? Or did you ever have this feeling? Thanks. So yeah, this is a very common question I've received over the years, considering the fact that I'm a native English speaker and have learned a lot of other languages that use different alphabet script. So yeah, I will say that I had the same feeling as you. I felt very discouraged at the beginning, and as many of you know, my very first script was Chinese. Very first language I started learning seriously. And to be honest, I didn't really want to learn the characters. I didn't want to learn how to read that script because I thought that it would be impossible and that it would be too much work. And plus, looking at the characters, like, okay, where do you even begin with a writing system like that has no alphabet and many different strokes? How does one learn such system? So I just decided to go ahead and learn the Pinyin. I stuck with the Pinyin and I mastered the Pinyin system. Then the more Chinese people I met, the more I become aware of learning these Chinese characters, because they will always say that if I go to China, I won't see Pinyin written on signs. So I went ahead and decided to start learning the characters. I started using a book that was given to me by a high school Chinese teacher, and the book was pretty interesting because it had both the traditional and simplified characters. So I started with that. It was a bit painful at the beginning because I didn't have a direction or a plan. Like, okay, how many characters should I learn this week and next week, this month, or whatever. I just kind of got right into it. And every day I was learning different characters. I had many sheets of paper laying around my room just filled with characters. I did that for like a week or two, and then I kind of stopped because it was too much work, and I think I was burning myself out. And this happens when you don't necessarily have a plan of how you're going to learn something. So I stopped, and then I don't know, I continued with the Pinyin, and then eventually I started using the computer to chat in chat rooms. My first chat room was the Zhongwen.com, Chinese.com. Back then it was just a Pinyin-based website. They did have a Chinese dictionary there where you could look up different vocabulary and learn the characters, but it was mainly Pinyin chat, and I used that for a long time. But I was learning characters from that dictionary. So I started adding friends from that chat site, and I think I was using, if I recall correctly, I was using Yahoo Chat, and I was adding people from those two programs to MSN, and we would practice Chinese there. So I started to learn learn more characters just through typing, and then eventually I started with another approach, which was copying the dialogues, or just copying a context a certain amount of times, and you just was doing that for a while, and I just kind of got used to it doing that, and on top of chatting with people online and seeing characters that I didn't understand, I had to look up the stuff. I don't know, if you used to stick with it, you just get used to it, and that's what happened with me. So the point is, I had this same feeling as you. I felt very discouraged and didn't know that didn't know how to go about learning a script. But in your case, you're learning Russian, and it will be actually easier to learn a script that has an alphabet. If it's alphabet based, it's actually easier to learn than like Chinese, or it will take you, I should say, it will take you less time to learn it, because you have what certain alphabets have, 30 letters. certain alphabets, yeah, 30 letters, 25 letters. So there's going to be a stopping point there. And with Russian, I think a month, 2 months, you should be able to master the script there. So my advice to you, there are two options. You can start by learning the alphabet, get a course that teaches you the alphabet. You can learn it that way, or you can learn in the way that I would learn. Get a course that has the Russian script along with the Romanized, so you can know what you're reading, and then just copy down the script. Spend like every day copying it down. Make sure you're paying attention when you're writing it, and then there may be some times when you have to refer back to the alphabet just to check on some things. Make sure you're reading it correctly. If you do that consistently, I would say for about a month, not even a full 2 months, you should really start to become comfortable with the Russian script, because there aren't that many letters in the alphabet. And on top of that, you have a head start, because if I'm assuming that you're a native English speaker, Russian has a couple letters that we will already recognize. M, for example, it's the same sound. Ma. So you won't be totally in the dark when you start learning the Russian script. So yeah, you just have to sit down and put the time in. I would consider that a shortcut. I'm not going to say there aren't any shortcuts to learning scripts, but this, copying down dialogues and doing as I just explained, I consider it a shortcut. But learning the alphabet, it may take a little time, because first you have to learn the character, and then and you have to get used to it. And then you learn the next character and do the same thing. And then after you go through the whole alphabet, you have to see them all in one context. So you have to get used to each letter individually, and then you have to get used to seeing them in context. So I think if you just see them in context at one time, it won't take you that much time. So that is it. I hope this advice helped you out. If you have any other questions, let me know. And for the viewers, if you have any further advice, let us know. Put it in the description area. I'm going to send this video to our buddy here. And yeah, thanks for viewing, and look forward to any comments or video responses you may have.